It is Corndan. How do I reveal it? Bam, there,
Ooh.
Corndan. Yeah.
Okay, well, with that, I'll just be hanging out in chat, so see you around.
Okay, go and enjoy. And hello, Corndan.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well now that it's cooling down here because thunderstorms are rolling through.
Oh boy. Yeah, that would be nice. So let me guess, do you have another Scunny game for us?
I do not, but I kind of have a return of a Kusogr4nde favorite of sorts. I hear you guys like movies about cops who are also robots.
No, Corndan, why? Why would you do this?
This one is arguably one of the better ones. I've come here today with Robocop versus Terminator for the NES.
Oh no. Why? No, Robocop is never okay. Never acceptable.
So you are 100% right. Robocop is never okay, which is why it's bad. And no, this is not PAL only, Mike. This is a prototype that never actually got released.
Prototype.
So Robocop is the gift that keeps on giving. Let's be honest.
It's a very special game.
It's, as I said, this one is probably one of the better ones. In that, it's actually for a prototype. This is the unreleased NES prototype. It's surprisingly playable.
That's saying a lot for...
I mean, that's not saying really that much, given we had the Korean bootleg of Robocop 2.
I mean, yeah, that was not very playable.
But it is it's a sort of standard-ish platformer, right? The game is, the prototype's basically complete. I don't know why it was not released.
I do have a question for you real quick. Do you know who's doing our audio?
Patrick is doing our audio.
Matrick, thank you. I think I missed it. Well, everybody, I hope that you like robots who are cops. I know that some of Proton John's people are fans of that, so if you stick around, don't worry, you will see plenty of Robert Cop.
Oh yeah, Robert Cop is all over this.
Although I like that everybody is playing something else right now, so I can capture. Thank you, everybody.
Mean, to be fair, right?
You got to make it easy.
What are they doing? Which version are they doing? It's NES. Kapow.
Okay, I'm just letting them know to... What am I even saying? Get into the game. Let me know when you're ready. Did we have that Proton John raid, by the way? Because we've got a lot of people in here right now.
I believe so.
Proton John, Giant Heart, thank you so much. And you made it to the bracket, so congratulations. Okay, I am currently waiting to hear if everybody is ready to roll. I've got Exuno confirming that he is ready. Waiting for the others. Zell is ready. So, obviously, we always do an emote spam before the match starts. I think that we have plenty of stuff. Oh, John's washing off his own nightmares. Cool.
Well, you know.
Okay. I am doing the countdown in Discord right now, so spam any robots, any cops, and any Terminators. If you have guns, you can spam those too. Come on, we need the excitement here. Yeah, I love all these Robocaps showing up. And as soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer, as is usual. Okay, there we go. So this is not a game that was actually released, huh?
It was not actually released. Now,
Okay.
Robocop versus Terminator, I think, was released on like everything known to man: Super Nintendo, Genesis. I think even the Game Gear has it.
Okay.
But the NES version is also different than the rest and not released.
That's actually really exciting. So, what's going on here in the first level? It looks like Julo Ninja fell to the first trap there, which is the acid.
Yep.
Ooh, Zell taking a death right there as well.
I kind of expect early on a fair number of deaths. Right. The game is not particularly super forgiving. That's just, I mean, it's just unfortunate how that goes.
Yeah.
And I do expect that we'll see the first wall coming up here for a while. The nice thing about progress and all that is this is definitely for sure kind of the standard, like the rest of the Robocop games. It's a pretty standard platform.
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward.
But the music is pretty awesome.
I like this music. Absolutely rocking out to it.
Like, I went through and played this. I was going through a while ago. This has been on my radar for a long while, but I resurfaced it when I was looking at a bunch of prototypes and bootlegs. And you know, for a prototype game, it's both surprisingly complete and surprisingly. The game is not good, but it's fun.
So, in what way is it not good? Because this honestly looks like possibly the best Robocop game that we've had.
It is the best Robocop game we've had. That's not even a question. So, the controls aren't particularly great. There's a lot of spots that just tend to get you in, like, bad situations. Some of the bosses and stuff are a little obtuse.
Okay.
However, I mean, Exuno's kind of getting the right idea. So the first boss here is this Terminator. And so what you need to do is dump him in the vat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, but you have to do it by knocking him onto the thing, and then knocking him down from there, and then knocking him down again. Like, right, just shooting him's not going to do it.
Some of the platforming is going to be really annoying here.
Yeah, and so the platforming can be really annoying, the enemies can be really annoying. In general, I would call this kind of, as we look at like Kusogr4nde games, this is a game that would be, right, if it weren't Robocop and you didn't have kind of the high expectations from it, right, of like, hey, this should be like a thing, it probably wouldn't be as bad.
Gotcha. Okay, there are continues.
There are. I told them they could use continues and they can use the passwords.
How many continues are there? Do you happen to know?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I played through all of this. I did make Faizu play it recently, but I told them they could use whatever they have.
I love that Exuno was trying to do some speedrun strats by jumping down, but it looks like that is not being very kind.
Yeah, and so you have to be really careful about that when you jump down, right, on that, you have to hold up. Otherwise you'll miss.
Oh, I thought he was trying to land on one of the platforms down below. But yeah, jumping down and grabbing the grabbing the pipe would definitely work, yeah. Right,
and it does. You just have to go for it. Yeah, so hold up. Faizu's review on this was that he's not so sure he'd go as far as to say it's the best Robocop game ever, but it's at least not the worst.
Oh, it's not the worst. I'm just shocked that every Robocop game is bad.
You know what? It's probably under the same idea that, you know what, when you get licensed stuff, like, it's easy money because people will buy it versus like generic platformer.
But would people buy it? I think people knew.
I'm pretty sure, and I have to check my collection, I'm pretty sure I have a copy of Robocop vs. Terminator for the Super Nintendo. Which means, and I didn't buy it, right? Which means somebody bought it.
Whatever, Blockbuster probably just donated it to you. They're like, Corn Dad needs some video games, and it's Christmas, and he's sad, so we're giving him Robocop. Julo Ninja just did something odd.
Yeah, so apparently, Faizu had brought this up, and I did not know this until, right, if you knocked him off like that, that actually soft locks.
I was gonna say,
him off into who knows where.
I think that's a soft lock, and there we go, Julo Ninja, having to go die. I love it.
So, in PC, you don't even know how much Robocop there is left. I could probably fill out elimination brackets with Robocop games and not duplicate, and they'd all be bad.
Oh no! Robocop is on the other side of the wall. Yeah, or not Robocop, Terminator. Not gonna be able to kill him when you do that. I love how easy it is, too. Like, I think that's one of the big keys to this being a prototype rather than a release game. There are some glitches.
Yes, it's, so I kind of figured this would be the first, like, kind of wall.
Yeah. Exuno has done it, though. Very nice.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is shoot them into... You can bounce them around. There's a couple of ways to get in there. And you can shoot them into the vat, and you're fine.
Just so people know, for this match, they need to take first or second in order to have a chance at the bracket. First place makes it. Second place will have to do a tiebreaker round for a chance there.
Yeah, and so... I really kind of felt okay about this game. It's not particularly good. It's not particularly bad. It's not forgiving. And so, you know, they need to earn their spot in either completely in or into the tiebreaker.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's definitely got problems. It has issues with soft locks already, but whatever, it's playable. And the music is pretty rocky.
The music is straight up, honestly, the best part about this game. And it's one of my, honestly, it's one of my favorite NES soundtracks. Just this one song, even if nothing else, and I really love it.
I mean, whatever it is, it's better than Scunny. But that's not really a high bar. It's like somebody dropped the bar on the ground, step over it, that's what we've got. Look, okay, here's one thing that's really standing out to me. This is a Robocop game where you can actually jump. That doesn't happen very often.
So, kind of as expected, yeah, we're definitely seeing that first Terminator being the wall. I struggled with it when I played through.
Yeah.
Faizu did not. Right, with the idea, you know, it's a Terminator, you need to throw it into things. And you know what, if you've seen the movies, that's a pretty good, right, you know, I mean, this plays off the movies to the point that if you've seen Terminator or Terminator 2, you kind of maybe have an idea of what to do, but...
Oh, yeah.
So, Julo Ninja, because they soft-lock and because of the way they keep doing this, right, thinks that you just have to, like, keep machine gunning it. So they're going to be caught there for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that this game never actually came out.
Yeah. Right, but it was at the end of the NES life cycle. I think this is like 1993?
Yeah, I can understand why they would have just been like, yeah, there's no reason. It probably would have cost them more money than what they would have made.
Probably. And so, I mean, from that standpoint, it's,
Exuno has died. Wait, this game has fall damage?
Yeah.
Of course there's fall damage. Why wouldn't there be? Thank you, video games. At least it's not what happens with... What am I thinking?
I mean...
With Death on our first game, you know? Because Death fell just 2 blocks and then he died. Very fragile. Yeah, Robocop, it takes a little bit of damage, falls pretty far, but, you know, gets back up on his feet. I think that's fine. Insta-kill fall damage is, I think, inexcusable.
We missed Metric also making it to level 2.
Nice.
So, it's definitely Exuno, then Metric, and then Dual Ninja and Zelnu are both about at the same. They're both at the same spot.
Yeah, I think that we'll see some progress on one side or the other soon.
Well, I think if Dual Ninja just knocked him back from the left instead of from the right, like he's been doing, they would see immediately what's going on.
I just want to rock out to this music. It's so good.
I think Zelnu might almost have it figured out.
So I'm looking a little bit to find who did the music for this game. It's hard to say for sure the NES version had the same person. But Sam Powell worked on the Super Nintendo version. He also did music for Shadowrun, Dragonfall. He did music for the EverQuest games, Web of Fire, Mario's early years, you know. Virtual Bart, he did the music for that. Okay, well, he did some games that didn't end up being the best, but... You know, it seems like, at the least, the music was usually fairly decent in any of the games that he did. Anthony Shields was also one of the other people who did sound and music, but unfortunately he didn't really get involved with very many games. Oh, this music is from the guy who did Maniac Mansion?
So Zelnu just dropped him in the back, puts them in a good solid 3rd place.
Nice.
So this is going to shape up to be an interesting. Looks like Dual Ninja's finally starting to catch on what's going on. So I expect that he'll be in level 2 also here in just a minute.
Cool. Yeah, and there we go. Everybody has made it to level 2. Level 2 seems like it's a little bit of a beast.
Yeah, it's the worst on it are kind of the spots like things like where Dual Ninja is, right? You have these small platforms. You also have the case where right where Magic is, where you have to be really careful on your timing as you're going up, especially when you're at low health. Because they will just fire at you, and you have to go up and hit them in the head, right? Which means they kind of have the advantage on, you know, pretty much killing you.
Yeah. You know, this place is totally a maze, but it seems fairly linear where they need to go. Like, it just winds around and has ladders all over the place.
Yeah, it's a for an NES game, it's a fairly big level, right? And you can tell it's a late NES game too, right? Because you know the levels are both vertical and horizontal scrolling, and on top of that, it's one of the games that does it without you don't see the bar right on it. So they've managed the draw buffers really well.
Well, I would even say that some impressive things about this, like a lot of the sprites, including enemy sprites, have more than 2 frames of animation. You know, it's fairly complex animation that they have in here for the NES time.
Yes. But it's still not good. It's a pretty bad platformer as it goes.
Yeah, the jumping could use some work. And some of this just seems extremely unfair. Because as is typical with Robocop games, even though you can jump in this one, it looks like you do not move extremely quick.
No.
The snail's pace here. Well, he is made out of a lot of metal, you know? I imagine he didn't exactly do marathons in the movies. I haven't seen the movies,
well, I mean... No, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of metal to move, but so is my car, and it can do 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it has wheels. Robocop doesn't have wheels.
True, but you know who does have wheels?
Who?
Mohawk. You know, once you get that wheel picked up.
Oh, yeah. You know, they could have put wheels in a Robocop. Just turn the bottom half of Robocop's body into a Segway. Bam. It would be so much more effective. Ooh. Chat is, by the way, mentioning some pretty good strats here. If you fall onto an enemy, it negates fall damage, so that could potentially be a faster strat in some ways.
Yeah, it could. You know, especially when you're kind of where Matrick and Xeno's in, that's totally a valid, if you ask me, that's totally a valid strat.
Oh, yeah. That, well, the big thing is that it might not always be useful, but as long as you have a strat in the back of your head that could be useful, it might show up later. Who knows? Oh, yeah. I also agree with chat. Robocop having Heelys would be better than what he has right now.
Well, I mean, in Robocop's defense, Heelys weren't a thing until long after Robocop stopped being popular.
Whatever. This is the future. The distant future, I think. Actually, what year does Robocop happen?
I'm not sure that Robocop's the future anymore.
Oh no. Okay, I'm looking up the Robocop timelines.
Believe.
Okay, apparently it's an indeterminate near future, is what they say.
No, I mean, Terminators are from the far future, so... Could be.
It's true. Yeah, he's from like the year 3000 or something. He time travels, you know?
Right.
Oh, and apparently one of the people who worked on the movie said, when asked the question, what year is this set in, he said, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I mean, that's legit.
Apparently based off of the movie and book, it's somewhere between November, this is the first one, November 2043 to February 2044. It's very important, okay? So they definitely had Heelys by then.
Well, I mean, they might have had Heelys by then, but have they fallen out of favor, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, we still have hoops and sticks, but you don't see kids running around with those.
Just wait, they're coming back. I don't think that'll ever come back, never mind. Yeah, Heelys definitely less popular in the future.
I think that's a pretty good,
You know, he could have at least used Inspector Gadget legs. That could have been cool.
Oh. I mean, that's true.
Or had a helicopter built into his head.
Well, I mean, but that would make him Inspector Gadget and not Robocop.
Well,
Right?
I mean...
Robocop was not an inspector, he was a sergeant.
Oh, that's right. You don't need to fly when you're just doing your duty. Robocop versus Inspector Gadget. Now there's a game I want to play.
I'd play that. But you know, like, the only good character in that would be Penny.
You mean the only competent character?
Well, yes.
Here's the deal. Penny was awesome, but she really didn't have much of a personality.
Well, I mean, her personality was, you know, fixing Inspector Gadget's mishaps.
Yeah, that's true. But then, like, she had two states, scared or slightly angry. That's all that she was able to feel.
So if she was able to take down Mad only slightly angry, right? Think about what she could do if she was really angry.
Oh, good point. So that has nothing to do with this match, by the way. It looks like Zell and Matrick are the ones who have made the most progress so far, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Xuno's getting caught up in stage 2. So squatting the lead that they had, right? So right now, Matrix in first, with Zell-Nu in second, Xuno in third, and Julo in fourth.
Yeah, and definitely they want to take at least second if they want to stay in the tournament.
Yes. Oh no, Julo's in third.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Xuno has definitely lost that lead.
But they're right there as well.
There we go. Well, it's boss time, I think. Or at least really annoying platforming time.
Really annoying platformer time.
That can be a boss.
Kinda is.
Hey, Corn Baby!
Well, it wouldn't be a stream without Corn Baby.
So, actually, big question, because you run games past Corn Baby, what did Corn Baby think of this game?
He laughed. He laughed when I died.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yum.
Yum.
I'm just frustrated that his Kindle doesn't have any more video.
Yeah, I'm frustrated
So
too.
he's taking it out on Robocop.
Oh, good. Okay, it looks like both Zell and Julo are on essentially the same place.
Yeah, like that's been the kind of tied up. Right, Matrick was there for a long time too, because it's really easy to die like in that area.
Yeah, I can see that. Falling happens a lot, and also just getting this weapon upgrade. Like, some of these jumps are just extremely precise.
Yes.
Because you bounce off the wall.
Yeah, and if you fall, you can't grab the ladder usually. And yes, the door maze is strong.
No, there's a door maze.
This level is a door maze.
Oh no, I don't like door mazes, Corndan. Like,
the best door is the one near the end of the level.
Like, when was the first door maze created? I want to know this.
Clearly in Kusogr4nde lore, it was some British house, right? Because if I remember correctly, right, doors in British houses take you to more doors.
It's true. Yeah. So we can blame the UK. It's all your fault.
So Patrick is fighting was an ED-45.
Yeah, I think.
It hits like a truck.
Holy cow. This position right above it ended up working just fine, though.
Yes. So that puts Matrix just solidifying his lead. So we finally have new music. So how many levels are there? I have no idea because I didn't finish the game, and there's not a super huge amount of information, in particular this prototype. And I didn't go looking for all of it anyway.
That fall was pretty good.
It almost looked like he was gonna have it right there for a minute, and then nope.
Nope. Okay, Exuno taking a leap of faith and exploding. But hey, it looks like it actually got him through to the next area. So that's cool. Maybe I'm delusional.
So...
Okay.
yeah, I mean... So there's one door in this door maze, and I really hope someone gets it. I didn't see Matrix get it, but I really hope somebody else does. It's right near the end of the level. And that door takes you back to the beginning.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving this music though on Matrix level. It's so good.
The music is so good. So I don't think we saw it on Julo either. Julo's come back from what was once fourth down to a good solid second.
The thing is, like, I unfortunately agree with the company's decision to not publish this.
Oh, 100%.
But if only they did.
Like, it's not a bad game, but you wouldn't have gotten your money back at this point in time in the NES lifecycle. This had come out in like 1990 or 1991-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so even still late in the NES lifecycle, but still, you know, so you could, like, it was sold like hotcakes. Right? Reviews on this would have been good. A completed, like, bug-free version of this would have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The music's good. It's kind of competent as a platformer, right? It's not particularly forgiving, but it's competent.
Oh yeah, it's not forgiving. Julo taking a fall right there. Yeah, I'd say that the platforming is a little bit too cruel. Especially since Matrix and Julo are essentially trying the same stuff over and over.
Sure.
I don't think that jump is possible that Julo's trying to make. Okay, Zell is on the boss. Exuno moving on to the next stage. Everybody is starting to get caught back up. I love it. Wait, so, question. If anybody is familiar with this game, is that jump the intended way to get through here? Because if so, we're going to be here for a while.
My guess is probably not.
I don't think it is. I think they need to go to the left. Like, but I might be mistaken. Going to the left only leads to a power-up? Oh, no. So, this, in essence, is a death trap. Oh, my gosh. Oh, well, Matrix made it! That is a bad jump. Okay, because of that jump alone, I think this game is not good.
Yeah.
Oh no! Matrix gonna die. There we go. Man, I want to play this now.
It's legitimately, I enjoy playing it. I mean, it's not good, but I legitimately enjoy it.
No, I'd say that this by far is not the worst game that we've had on Kusogr4nde, you know. But it definitely has its problems, but it genuinely looks fun.
Yeah, and there's enough of a skill cap, right, on it to do well, right, that it's appropriate for a group that, you know, half of them go on.
Yeah. Yeah, and this isn't Scunny, so it's by default better.
This isn't Scunny.
Oh my gosh. It's still hard to believe that Scunny is a real game. Oh, Exuno getting over the wall, but unfortunately exploding. Generally don't want to do that as a Robocop. Usually is bad. By the way, everybody, we do have one match after this one. This is not the end today.
This is not the end today.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, one day we're gonna be able to say we have had every Robocop game on Kusogr4nde and there's none left.
It would take a large effort.
One day. No, I've got faith. I've got faith, Cornde.
I mean, we can make it happen.
We really don't have to, though.
Oh, I think we do. Like, we're gonna run out of bad games.
No, that's not true. There's so many bad games in this universe, Cornde. Oh, by the way, it looks like Exuno is actually making some progress right along with Matrick. They're in the same area. Oh, Kusogr4nde is right there as well. 3 people have made progress at essentially the same time. This is actually surprisingly close. Oh, Matrick just died. Exuno has a very high chance of dying right now as well.
This level has kind of become the great equalizer. This was one particular area that Zelny just done has been killing everybody.
Wow. Exuno got through there without dying. That is kind of shocking. Julo, meanwhile, has taken a small lead. Very small, not... Oh my gosh. I kind of like this section. The fall, hang there, and just make sure you don't die section.
Yeah, no, it's...
Dang it, there are even good design choices when it comes to this game. There's some terrible design choices, but there are some good ones. I like this.
Yes, it is a good... I think all told, this has been a,
Oh no, Matrick! No! Luckily, it looks like Matrick got a checkpoint. That's going to be extremely helpful. Exuno taking a fall. Unfortunately, that is a game over, and it's back to the beginning of this stage. That's going to be a pretty large setback.
You know, I think it's less of a setback in that, right, like where everybody's kind of hitting that same wall, except Julo. And so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not.
Right. Right. Julo has definitely, you know, pulled out into the lead.
I love that Exuno just casually got the impossible jump. Wow. Like, here's the deal. Exuno does a lot with Mystery Tournament. I'm not too surprised that Exuno is just having to adjust to bad controls, or at the very least, bad platforming, bad collision.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, these runners are, you know, on the verge of being able to go to the elimination brackets solely because of those sort of reasons, right? I mean, we've thrown so much trash in their direction, right? That, you know, you have to adapt. Some of the games are going to be more playable than others. Some of these games are decidedly not good. Some of these games are stupidly difficult. Right, you just have to adapt, and they've all done a really good job of that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that honestly, this game's difficulty is pretty high up there. Like Exuno, one sliver of health. Everybody's been getting to that area with essentially that amount of health, and you die. Oh, it looks like luckily there was a checkpoint there, so. But there are places that it just seems like everybody is dying over and over again.
Yeah, and right, I definitely didn't make it in my time of playing to where Kusogr4nde. Right,
yeah.
But I mean, we've already established I'm not good at games. I'm good at identifying what's a good, bad game to play, right? But I'm not good at on this, and yeah, no, this game is fun, but it's definitely difficult.
Yeah, Corndan's criteria for bad games. Is there a robot? Is he a cop? There we go, bad game.
There's legitimately, like, I mean, we found 5 versions that we've played of Robocop 2 on this, right? I found like 2 more.
Oh yeah.
Right, of just Robocop 2, so now you figure the original Robocop, Robocop 3, right? And Robocop 3 actually has more versions because like the Game Gear has a version, and the Game Boy has a version, and something else has a version. Right, and then you have like Robocop versus Terminator and a bunch of these other things. That it all like plays together because, you know, there's a cash grab and all the games are slightly different. It's not even like they're all like the same version.
Yeah, what's weird is that every Robocop game has extremely different physics. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, right. So Robocop 2, is Robocop 2 really that bad? And the answer is yes.
Oh yeah. Robocop 2 for the NES, I think, is one of the least playable games I've... Like, if you know Darkman, it's Darkman, but with Robocop.
Well, so Darkman is on the Robocop 2 engine.
Yeah.
Right, so if you think Darkman is bad, remember they refined that and said, this is a good idea.
I actually think that Darkman might be a little... No, never mind. There are some things in Robocop 2 that are inexcusable.
Yes.
I was gonna try to make an excuse for it, but no.
So the only good Robocop 2 game, and I'm gonna use good loosely, right, but definitely playable, the only like playable Robocop 2 game out there that you don't want to like shoot yourself afterwards while you're playing is the arcade version, and that's because it's like a Data East beat 'em up.
Ooh, that
and so
kind
it's
of sounds
actually
fun.
kind of fun.
Yeah, Robocop definitely should be a beat 'em up.
But oh yeah, it's totally like an old school Data East beat 'em up, which is kind of what you would expect. So yes, everyone. All the Robocop games are stupid bad, and for reasons I don't even know. I didn't make them. Right, the Game Boy Color version or the Game Boy version is bad. The NES version is bad. The Korean bootleg version is bad.
The Korean bootleg version. I love that that's one that we have to bring up. It looks like Kusogr4nde just killed the Terminator again.
Yep. You must find out what this is all about. You must link with the computer.
Uh-oh. He's in. I'm a little bit scared. What do you have to do?
He's fallen into their trap.
But he has survived.
So this is where as Kata said, right? You know, they trap him, and his brain becomes part of Skynet. And in the future, he breaks free.
Oh, nice. Okay, so this is the future.
This is the future.
The future of, like, our time, or the future of 2047? Their future.
Well, I guess it's Robocop's future.
Okay, so it's the future. I really do like the interior design, though, of the future. I feel like this is something that if future me decides to, like, get a house or something and paint it the purple. The purple is perfect.
You would make it look like a future crappy warehouse?
Oh yeah, that's what the future's about.
But what about the future's future?
Well, you know, obviously they go to more pastels. I'm not a big fan.
What about your nieces and nephews? Are they a fan?
I don't know. They're kids. Kids like pastels for some reason, sure. They'd be a fan.
I mean, that's legit.
Maybe I'm being a little bit stereotypical with the colors that children like, but I don't know. I feel like once you're 10, you can get over the pastels. You can do something else. Oh yeah, Kusogr4nde has a heck of a lot of lag.
And a heck of a lot of lead.
Oh yeah, it's a huge lead. Like, honestly, Matrick and Exuno are getting a little bit close to getting to this level. Zell is still pretty far behind.
And yes, you guys are right, there is a Tiger Hand Robocop game.
Oh no. But did it come out on the Tiger handheld system, or was it just...
Yeah. Oh, no, like it's like the LED Tiger handheld game.
The Gamecom? Oh, no, the LED one. Okay.
Yeah. Not the Gamecom.
If only...
which you can play in MAME now.
Oh, yeah.
Not the Gamecom, the Tiger handhelds.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for clarifying, because I thought you meant Gamecom.
I mean, it'd be nice to have game... Well, you might be able to play Gamecom in MAME. They do a lot.
We've had Gamecom games on Kusogr4nde before, or at least one.
We've had a single Gamecom game, and if I'm not mistaken, we banned Gamecom.
I don't know if we banned it, but we said... We probably said it was banned, but didn't really ban it. That tends to be the case with whatever we talk about here.
I mean, that could be, because I think you've banned Robocop how many times now?
Oh yeah, Robocop's always banned.
I keep bringing him back.
It's the time travel, man. It's messing with me. Future. I don't even know. I was gonna say, after some of the bootlegs that we've seen in that weird Russian game that we had, you know, I'm sort of...
The Russian game was awesome.
Okay, I loved it. I want to play it. Okay, after Scunny, you know, Robocop starts looking a little bit better. Definitely a little bit more polished.
This is more polished than Scunny, I'll give it that. I mean, that's not saying much.
No, I think pineapples are more polished than Scunny. Like,
I mean, my favorite saying to use about all the games we play on here is, you know, somebody always brings up, well, this is a low bar, right? And my favorite response is always, well, somebody brings a shovel.
Yeah.
But Scunny brought the shovel. Yeah,
but I have a feeling that Scunny is not going to be the worst. There's worse.
Scunny's already been not the worst.
Yeah, it's true.
It's playable. I mean, in that it does what it's supposed to do, right? I mean, it's all bad design, but it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting playable in a really low spot right now.
It's playable for a certain definition of playable, okay?
Yeah. This game was like, hey, let's go ahead and let the players have a little bit of a breath of air. Yeah, it'll be hard, but, you know, we need at least some joy in Kusogr4nde.
Well, I'm not here to bring it to you.
I mean, if we spent like 5 hours straight just crying over how much pain we were doling out, it wouldn't be fun.
See, here's the problem, right? I don't cry about the pain I dole out. I find it rather amusing.
Aw, that's nice.
I know. Well, I mean, if I ever worried about how much pain I brought out, like, all the time in Kusogr4nde, like, that's all I would ever... And one, there's both better things to worry about, and two, right, I mean, I apparently like doing bad things to terrible people. Right? Like,
yeah, apparently.
You know, I find these games because I just have a large collection. You know, you never know what you're going to find. And then the first thing you think is, man, somebody else should play this.
Yeah.
And this is the best way to make sure at least 4 people.
Yeah. You know, that's something that I love about the tournament. You know, people oftentimes stumble across some of these games, give them about 2 minutes, and they're like, it's not worth my time. But really, you can't get to know a game in 2 minutes. You have to give it a little time. You have to, you know, give it a little bit of love. You have to sit down and think, okay, the developers obviously intended for me to at least play this for an hour. Let's give it that hour and see what it has to offer.
Exactly.
And so we're just here giving you the developers' experience.
We are the museum curators of bad games. And so we just want to share that with you. In the worst way possible.
Oh, Zell is moving on. I'm glad that Zell is starting to make a little bit of progress. Exuno, unfortunately, got a game over and is back to the beginning of this stretch here. I still think Exuno is in 3rd and Zell in 4th, but we'll have to see. Matrick is definitely in 2nd, I believe.
Right. Well, Matrick and Julo have both made it to the future.
Oh yeah, I'd also say that Rockman X4 barely counts as a game, Corndan. That was...
Well,
like, we've had bootlegs, but we've never had a bootleg quite like that.
It is quite a thing. We did find, for all those people who want to know, hey, how can I go play Rockman X4? I do have around... There is a Game Genie code, or Game Shark code you can put in that makes the game playable.
You know what?
I mean, that doesn't make it any better, right? But it at least stops the problem.
You know, if anybody wants to speedrun that game, they can just put a category that says any percent with with Game Genie.
Well, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure that Dana is still mad at me over that.
Oh, everybody's still mad at you.
Dana, I know you're out there watching. I'd say I'm sorry, but no, I'm not.
Dana, I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and apologize on behalf of the Kusogr4nde staff and Corn Baby as well.
Oh, Corn Baby thought it was funny when I was falling down.
Oh no.
So, to go through what's going on with Rockman X4, since we're talking about it in chat.
Okay, I guess.
Well, no, but the system's easy, right?
Okay.
It has a thing to fill up with, basically to keep
Matrick is through.
to keep it and so is Julo Ninja.
Holy cow, Matric and Julo Ninja are in first and second, respectively.
So it has protections from loading too many sprites, and depending on what you do, if you load a sprite in, it decrements it. If a sprite leaves, it increments it, and it forgets that if you kill a sprite to increment the counter.
Okay, that's
and
nice.
And so if it gets below 0 or whatever it is, or it gets above too high of a number, I forget which direction it goes, it just doesn't load sprites anymore.
It's kind of magical. I love it.
So it's one of those things, by just setting that sprite buffer value to a value that's always like high enough, it will always load sprites.
Yeah, I'd say that this game, even though it has a couple bugs, they're definitely not as severe as that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I'd say that the lag is probably the biggest crime at this moment.
I think the only real bug we had is making the Terminator as the first boss shoot off into space in a random direction.
It's amazing, though. He just kind of zips. He's like, whoop, I'm out of here.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to be on this planet anymore.
Yeah, Sarah Connor
And
can be
can't
killed
blame
by
him.
somebody else.
And I hope you guys like more doors. And unfortunately, because this is Robocop, one does simply walk into more doors.
Are you serious? Another door maze?
Yeah, there's a bunch of doors.
This is so dumb. Whoa, that fall on Matrix screen! Boom! That was amazing. Such a good fall. You know, I'm starting to get to the point where having a little different music would be nice. Like, this music is okay, but it's not as outstanding.
It's not as good as the first thing of music we had.
Yeah.
That was...
I think maybe it's just because, like, there have been too many stages in a row that are, one, difficult, and two, have this music.
And they all look close to the same, so, right, like...
It's a very monotone experience, yeah. And the enemies don't really change, they're just the same side, like, step back and forth robot, I guess maybe I should be looking out for Robocop, but I'm a stupid robot, and I can't do anything, yeah. Like, seriously, you think that by the future, they'd be able to at least program some intelligence in them, right?
But, so, I always look at it like this, right? Apparently, I mean, I know Skynet's all, you know, knowing and all of that, right?
Yeah.
But Skynet must not be all that smart.
Why
right?
so?
If, like, if a woman and her kid can take down their most advanced Terminator, where they've had, like, you know, millennia to, like, sort out, right? Let's send him back in time to go kill him. We've mastered time travel, can't master dealing with little kids.
Yeah, they should have just used some cyanide, you know, that... Never mind, I shouldn't give tips about how to better kill Sarah Connor. I feel like carrying a shotgun around in the city is probably not going to be the best way to take her down.
Right. So how is it that we've mastered time travel and can't master, like, anything else? So the only way that makes sense, if Skynet is really just employing human scientists in the future, right, and just taking credit for everything they do.
Looks like Zell is moving up in this world into 3rd place. Or you... Maybe... Yeah, even before she has her baby, what if you just made her so that she becomes a nun? See, that's a peaceful way to take over the world.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's ways to solve this.
Yeah. Yeah, she becomes a nun, she doesn't have a baby, then her baby doesn't help, like, save the world. Bam. Look, there is a nunnery right near my town, okay?
That's because you live in Utah.
It's not open right now, but we could try to reopen it for Sarah Connor.
And I believe it's a convent, not a nunnery.
No, ours is a nunnery. We call it the nunnery. That's what everybody knows it as.
That's what everyone knows it as?
Yeah. It's got a swimming pool, too. It's a good nunnery. Gotta keep those nuns entertained, you know?
Well, maybe we should invite the nuns at the nunnery to come play in Kusogr4nde.
Well, I mean, there aren't any nuns there now. They got shut down. Presumably they weren't nunny enough, you know?
Okay.
Doing
so
lots of... Yeah.
On the boss.
Ooh.
Boss. Whatever this thing is.
It's not a very good boss.
Well, he's not really doing damage to it either. I mean, it's like flashing, but it's not doing anything.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. The health bar is not going down at all.
The health bar's not moving.
Okay, Matrix's like, okay, I guess I can't cheese it. Let's go and fight. Maybe you can... Nope, that's not working as well. You know what? The best defense against Robocop is just not taking damage. It's a really good way.
You know what? If you're impervious to damage, you won't die.
Can't beat a boss if you can't hurt it, you know?
That's some galaxy brain thinking right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got a little bit of damage.
Oh, it just turns out this side takes damage. Never mind.
It just turns out you have to shoot the missile launcher.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get new music. Kusogr4nde, I'm excited.
We do.
By the way, it looks like Julo is currently in 2nd. Again, Matrick and Julo are in 1st and 2nd, and those are the places that really matter. The first person will definitely make it to the bracket. Person who takes 2nd will be going to a tiebreaker later on. So, like, Exuno and Zell really have to boogie. I don't know if there's enough time. No. We have like a minute and a half. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so.
What happened to Matrick? Matrick, this is what happens when you play on console. Don't kick it.
It crashed. Well, yeah. I mean, these things happen. Like it's straight up like. This is awesome.
Well, okay, we've got this for a little while longer. You know what? Matrick doesn't know it, but he actually has first place locked.
That's great.
And I'm letting him know that's the risk. We've had more than one person die when it comes to console. Most of the time it's fine, but every once in a while. Okay, 20 seconds left. The silence. You know what? Let me go ahead and just put on...
You might as well just put on music.
Let's do some music, yeah. Oh, baby, what an amazing match. But we are done. There's the hour. Matrick takes a solid first, Julo second. Exuno and Zell, I'm not completely sure who took third and fourth there, but they're right. They were really close to each other. Ah, what do you think, Corndan? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, they did a great job. The game is not good, but it's fun, right? And you know, I mean, that's even the sentiment Matrick put in Discord, right? The game is fun. It's a kind of sort of prototype-ish platformer, but I enjoyed it when I played it.
Yeah, it looks like Matrick is here with us. Hello there.
Dude, that game was great. Who said that was bad? That game had some crappy controls, but man, that was fun. I can't believe it crashed. I didn't touch my console, I promise.
No, you kicked it.
I was just playing it.
Kicked it like football. Your Granbu pair over here.
No way. I'm telling you, I'm just playing it. And so my NES sits on my desk in front of me with both of my computer monitors. And so I was sitting here and I'm just playing the game. I'm leaned back in my chair. Everything's good. And it just goes. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, no.
Honestly, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and Matrick, to your point, right? The game is not necessarily good, but it's not unfun, right?
No,
I practiced it. I loved it.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was playing the game, and my wife's going, "So how is it?" I was like, "It's kind of jank, but I like it. It's fun." Yeah, exactly. She's like, "Wait, what are you saying?" I'm like, "No, this is actually fun."
Oh, so I made Faizu play it too, and right, the response was, "We don't know if it's the best RoboCop game out of all the RoboCop games, but it's definitely up there."
Yeah, it's not bad. In fact, I'll tell you what. At one point, because the first, I don't know what, the first 3 or 4 levels, they don't have any checkpoints in them. So I died like really far into the 4th or 5th stage, and I was like, then I get checkpointed, and I was like, wait, what? This is starting to resemble an actual game. It's like they put effort into the later levels.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
You get to the future or something like that.
Yeah, once I got to where the music changed to a different level music, then you start getting checkpoints, and I was like, huh, this is starting to resemble a game. This is fun.
Isn't that so nice? Actually,
yeah, I'll tell you what though. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but there's a part in one of the levels where it's like you have to fall down because you cannot make the jump that's there, and then there's 2 elevators that like go up and down, and you have to land on a small platform to the right and then jump from the first elevator to the small platform and then up to the second elevator. But if you have the big gun, it makes your hitbox wider and impossible to land on that platform.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The game puts a big gun down in that area at the bottom, and you get it, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool, I got the gun. And then you're like, well, now where do I go? Because I can't go anywhere. So I had to suicide.
I love it. That is amazing.
Yeah, there was a bunch of jank moments like that in this, but it was fun.
So the best jank moment, and you didn't have it happen to you, but Kusogr4nde had it happen to them. So at the end of the first level, when you fight that first Terminator, if you get to the of the Terminator on the starting platform and then get to the right of them and then blow him off to the left until he goes in the wall, he just shoots off into space like nothing happens and it soft locks.
Well, I died one time because I jumped down to the... There's a whole bunch of areas where it's like, hey, you jump down there? Oh, game's over now. You can't get out. You're dead. Oh,
yeah, Exuno did have it happen as well. I think that Exuno just got a little bit stuck on the first Terminator for longer than he would have liked. I don't know, it did definitely have its rough moments, I'll say that. It's not the best game in the world. But I'm glad that
I was randomly shooting around, like on one of the levels, and I just shot a free life out of the ceiling, and I was like, wait, what? So then I went back the other direction. I kept shooting everything on the ceiling, and the power-ups were dropping like crazy. I got 2 free lives, 2 full heals, and an invulnerability. I was like, is this the only area that's like that?
Wow. I don't think I even noticed that. Mind you, we were
on probably the 5th or the 6th stage. It was pretty far in.
Man. Yeah, we get really distracted sometimes with commentary, but I'm...
A little bit.
A little bit. Tiny bit. Oh, seriously, I'm glad that you really enjoyed it. This is a game that was never released. It was only a prototype. Probably because it would have come out way after they actually would have been able to sell any copies. You know, other than that, if they would have put a little bit more polish in it and actually released it, it could have been a decent game.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It had some funky jumping controls, but that didn't take long to get used to. The shooting was actually really good. The controls were, I mean, outside of the jumping, the controls actually worked, which is saying a lot for a Kuso game.
Oh yeah, that makes me happy. Well, congratulations, you are officially in the bracket. You have made it.
Oh boy, my win is more crappy games. Yay!
Exactly.
Yay!
You know, it looks like our second place person, Julo Ninja, will need to move on to a tiebreaker to see if they make it. So congrats to both of you for still being able to hang in there. Just like the cat. It hangs in there. It's a little cat. Okay, anyway,
I have
sorry.
no idea what cat we're talking about.
I don't. The hang in there cat. The one that's hanging in there. You know? It's on all the posters. It's everywhere. Hang in there, Matrick. Never mind. Okay. Anything you want to say before we take off?
Hey, thanks for a good game. I couldn't ask for anything better. This is as good as it gets in Kuso. Thanks, Corndan.
You're not going to get better.
You're not going to get any better going on.
No, that's why I said it doesn't get any better than this. I won. I won today in more ways than one. Just go buy a lottery ticket at this point, because man, what a win I got.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations, and yeah, we'll see you another time. Take care.
Catch you later.
And thank you, Corndana, for coming.
You're welcome.
And
it's a fun. Matrix, right? It's a fun game. Don't play it, guys.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. There we go. People are sharing the hang in there, kitty. It's real.